right, everyone. Today I'm going to be teaching you one of my favorite methods to use as a keys player. It's one I came up with myself, so get excited. I like to call this the 5-1-2-5 method. And this was very helpful for me as someone who is trying to quickly learn how to play fluently in multiple keys with ease. Okay, so how this method works for me is I like to keep my hand in the same shape, if you will. And, I got this idea from playing the guitar. I also play the acoustic guitar. And if you are an amateur player that plays with a capo, you know that it's super easy to change keys because you can keep the same shape in your hand. And as long as you have a capo, those same motions will work and they'll translate to a different key. And so I took that kind of philosophy and tried to figure out a way to apply it to keys. And this is the way that works for me. So what I do is I take my thumb and I always put my thumb on the low 5 of whatever key I'm in. So when I say low 5, if we're on a middle C and we're playing in the key of C, it would be the 5 below that middle note. So the 5 of the key of C, which this is Nashville numbers. If you aren't familiar with it, we did a whole video on that. You can review that whenever you get the chance. But just for a quick review, if we're in the key of C, the 5 of that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be a G. So when I say low 5, if this is middle C, the low 5 would be the lower G. So I put my thumb on the low 5. I always put my pointer finger on the key that is aligning with the key that I'm playing in. So for this, we're playing in the key of C. So pointer finger goes on C. My second finger always goes on the 2 in the scale. So in this case, it would be D. And then my pinky finger goes on the high 5. So it should look like that. 5, 1, 2, 5. Now, this is a little hack because you can play this with almost any root note in the key of C and it is not going to sound terrible. You've got your C, 7, not that bad. 6, okay, it sounds a little sus, but it can still work. 5, that's great. 4, 3, 2, and you're back to 1. And this has revolutionized the way that I play because having my hand in a spot where it feels very familiar and then also becoming comfortable with it to a degree where I'm able to switch around and play other things, keeping that same shape of the lowest finger being 5, highest finger being the 5. It's been so helpful to me. So if I'm playing in the key of C, maybe I'll play a C just like that with that 5, 1, 2, 5. If I'm playing a 6, I'll do a 5. If I'm playing a 5 from my bass note, all you do is you move that 1 down to the 7. So, and right there, then you have your 5th chord. So, great. And if we're going to a 4, you can go back to the 5, 1, 2, 5. That sounds good. I like to do this kind of moody 4 situation where I'll do the low 5, low 6, and I'll do the 3. So it'll sound like this. And then, you can just keep playing with it. So hopefully that's helpful to you, just like putting your hand in that shape, it gives you a lot of flexibility to move around and play within the scale in a way where you're not getting lost. You're not having to look at your right hand and figure out what you're playing. It kind of starts to come naturally, especially if you are comfortable learning music through listening with your ear, and especially if you're comfortable playing by ear, like it will start to come naturally to you. So yeah, I would just say get a key that you know the scale really well and just kind of play with it and see what sounds good. Maybe I'll show you guys in one other key just to demonstrate. So let's take it down to, I'll just take it down one to B. That's my favorite key to play in. So with this, 5, 1, 2, 5, same deal. And then same vibe. There's a 5, 1, 2, 5. All I did was lift up the 2, move the 1 down. But you could keep the 2 in there if you want to. It's up to you. For the 4, still do that same motion of playing the 5, 6, 3. And I play that with my thumb, pointer finger, pinky, but you can play it with whatever you'd like to. So that's that. Hope that was helpful to you. If you have any questions, hit me up and I'd love to share more, but that has been very helpful for me and hopefully it will be helpful for you.